Yo, excuse me. Yo, what's happening, people? Has something stuck in my throat right there. Yo, how's everybody doing? Sam's in the house right now. It is 13 minutes past 9 p.m. right now. It is the 4th of April, 2022 right now. I'm in London, England right now. Where you at, fam? Where you at? It is movie night right now. About to watch Martyrs right now. So we switch over to this screen right now. That was the wrong button right now. There we go. There we go. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Sam's in the house. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Martyrs today. It is Martyrs. And according to one Samantha Barbie, this is a very dark movie. I guess we're about to find out in a little while. Oh, man. But yeah, how's everybody doing, man? It is Monday. It's Monday. It is Monday. It is Monday today. Monday the 4th of April. We do this. Evans! I was in the shower, that's why I'm late. Well, you gotta have a shower. Well, you don't got to have a shower. I guess technically you don't got to have a shower. You should have a shower. You should, well, it doesn't necessarily have to be a shower, but you should wash yourself, you know. You should bathe in some form or fashion, whether showering or a tub, but some kind of cleansing should be done. You don't have to do it, I suppose, but you should do it. I apologize in advance if this movie is too much, people. Gotta keep clean. Gotta keep clean indeed. And apparently this movie gets very dark, so it's best that we're clean for it. And Sam has already apologized in advance if this is too much. Oh. Well, we did say we're gonna pick a light movie next week. We just might need it. We just might need it. This is called Martyrs. It is on Amazon Prime. It is a paid movie on Amazon Prime. If you'd rather not pay to rent or buy it, I totally understand, but you can still join, watch along, have some fun. Watch me watch this dark movie, and we'll see what we make of it. It's in French though, I believe. I'm pretty sure I picked the French version, though it's not really clear on the Amazon thing which one's which, but 2008 is this one. I think that's the original, and the remake was 2015. So if it's in French with English subtitles, that might mean I have to pay more attention to the screen, and I might miss some of the chat. So let you guys know in advance I might be missing some of the chat because I have to kind of read what's on screen if that's the way. But you know, I hope I won't miss too much on the chat, and we'll still get into some things. Amazon. This is an Amazon movie. Amazon, and it's a paid Amazon movie. So like I say, if you don't want to pay, I getcha. I get it. I get it. You don't getsta. But yeah, you can still stay, have some fun. So good. Amazon actually have an option which is called what's it called again? Party Watch. Amazon have it, and Disney Plus have it as well. Netflix does not have that. But I've never used it. I'm guessing what it means is that if people have access to... I won't do it with this movie because it's a paid one anyway. So maybe once we get to one of the ones that include in the service, we might try it then. But I think what it means is that you can join in, and as long as you have access to the subscription, then you can watch along at the exact same time as I'm watching it. So I might have to try that sometime. Not with this one though, because this is a paid one. But maybe once we get to a different one, we might see if we could try that along with to do a watch along with through the Amazon Prime thing, and then still have this up so we could chat with the village as well. Excuse me. What up, X? I'm full of cold. Eyes feel like piss holes in snow. Otherwise, all good. That's the one. Okay, we got the right one, but Sam's not feeling too well. I'm sorry, man. Eyes feel like piss holes in snow. I'm not sure what piss holes in snows feels like, to be honest with you. I'm going to guess it's not very pleasant though. I'm just guessing. I don't know. I'm not sure what that feels like, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume it's not pleasant. It's not good. So get well soon, Sam. Get well soon. Oranges are good for like your immune system and boosting your immune system. But be careful, because too much oranges or too much citrus fruit really can cause the roof of your mouth to burn because the acid in the fruit. Too much of it in one go, it would burn the roof of your mouth. It's called a cantankerous sore is when it happens. So yeah, you come for the movie, you get a little useless information. How is Haze? Well, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking, X. I'm doing well. Let's see, today, what did I do today? So I was watching, I edited the Buffett video, so I put it out today. So that's done and dusted. I was watching Encanto again today. Well, I watched some of it a few days ago, and I watched the rest of it today. And, you know, I gotta say, that movie is brilliant. Like, I was watching it again. Because, you know, I've got the movie channel where, you know, I just kind of take the piss out of films. I was watching it again because I wanted to see what I could do to take the piss out of it, right, to kind of make fun of it. But I was kind of like, you know what? I'm not sure I'm thinking of anything that I could really take the piss out of. I mean, there's things in there, like small things, but not enough for, like, a video, I feel like. Not enough to really get into it. And that's not the only reason I think it's brilliant, by the way. It's just the film itself. Like, it seems like, as far as filmmaking goes, it does everything that it needs to do. Like, it's a good story. It's told in a way that keeps you intrigued. It has interesting reveals throughout. It doesn't just give you everything at once. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just a good all-round fun movie it's got some serious parts to it. It's got some fun parts to it. And yeah, it really just does everything I feel like a movie you could realistically expect a movie to do. So yeah, this movie Encanto, on my second viewing, I'm thinking it just might be as close to a perfect movie as you can realistically expect to get, you know. And especially for a first, you know, it's not like a sequel or a remake or, you know, at least I don't believe it's a remake anyway. As far as I'm aware, it's an original movie, original story. So yeah, for a movie to be like that on its first go, I mean, don't get me wrong, Disney have a history of making great movies, so I guess it's no massive surprise, but I'm just saying, for a movie on its first go to do that, yeah, this could be just about as close to a perfect movie as you can get. So yeah, I'm gonna have to stick to making fun of Star Wars movies for now. When your eyes are watering and feel weird, I call it piss holes. Oh, okay. I sees what you mean. I sees what you mean. We love Encanto in this house, and we sing along. We don't talk about Bruno, no. We don't talk about Bruno. Yeah, June Brown passed away. 95 years old. Rest in peace, June Brown. She was on EastEnders from the beginning, I think, actually. But she was if not the beginning, she was definitely there a long time. But yeah, June Brown. Dorothy Cotton, 30-something years on EastEnders. Rest in peace, June Brown. But yeah, we don't talk. What's your favorite song from Encanto, Sam? Or what's the family's favorite song? I know what my favorite song is from Encanto. I got my favorite song. It's the only right answer as far as I'm concerned. Nah, I'm only playing, but yeah, I know what my favorite song is. 85 to 20, yeah, 40 years she was on the show then, but no, nearly 40 years. What's that? 37. 37 years she was on the show. Wow. How many people get a job and stay there for 37 years? That is not very common, is it? It's not very many times you get a job and stay there for 37 years. Like, that is rare, I think. There's very few people who could say they've been in a job for more than 35 years. There's very few people, I think. They finally get my hair done, though. It took 5 hours, but it's black and teal now. Teal, that's like a greeny color, isn't it? Isn't it? Kind of like what you call it? Also, what's the name? Billie Eilish is what I'm thinking of, but hers is more like proper green. Teal is kind of like a lighty green, I think. We don't talk about Bruno and Surface Pressure yet. Surface Pressure is a cool song. That's my favorite, actually. Yeah, Louisa. Green and okay, gotcha. Green and blue. But yeah, Louisa. Because I feel like that song speaks to a lot of people in various ways. Because even though it's not like, I mean, she's talking about physical strength, right? But there's a metaphor in that song as well, where it's just about how people feel, you know, that you've got to be the one that holds up everything. You got to be the whether it's a strong one, you got to be the one that keeps everything together. People look to you for whether it's leadership or sign of strength or courage, or whatever it is, and you know, you kind of feel like you've got all this weight on your shoulders. But under the surface, oof, that song's got levels to it, man. That's got levels, and it's just a banger as well. Just like the way it kind of comes in, where she says, "I'm a strong one. I don't get nervous. I'm as strong as the crust. I'm as strong as the crust of the earth is." Now that rhyme scheme. Ooh. Listen, there's plenty of professional rappers, musicians, singers that should be taking notes from that song. I'm just saying. There are plenty of professional vocalists out there that need to be taking notes from that song, because that was levels. I'm gonna look up teal real quick because I feel like I know what it is, but maybe I don't. Green and bluish. What does teal look like? I think I looked. Oh wait, no, I looked up this the other day, didn't I? Yeah, and it just looked different on one screen as it did on my other screen, and it confused me. It's slightly different. Oh wait, one's a dark teal, one's a light teal. Okay. Okay, I think I understand. Greeny, bluey. Cool. We're gonna have to start calling Sam Barbie Eilish. When's the single coming? Did you get everything you wanted? Mine's a darker teal at the moment. Okay, so it's more, I guess the darker teal is the more greenier looking one, because the light teal looks a bit more blue and the darker teal looks more green. But yeah, I guess a mixture of bluey green. Excuse me. Sorry. But yeah, for anybody who has not watched Encanto, that is definitely a recommended movie. It is on Disney Plus. If you don't have Disney Plus, I'd honestly say it's worth the subscription. Even if you only have it for the month and then cancel it. That movie is worth the subscription. It's a brilliant film. So yeah, that is my recommendation. For those who haven't seen it. Encanto. Brilliant film. I'm gonna try to figure out a theory though, because there's a few theories going around about why Mirabelle doesn't have a gift, and I'm not sure I agree with any of them. To be honest, I didn't really read them too well because, you know, got a bit lazy. But I read one, and did I read? Yeah, I'm sure I read one or part of one. I can't remember what it said right now, but I remember it was like, nah, it just wasn't making any sense to me. So I'm gonna come up with my own theory. I'm gonna try and come up with my own theory. I don't know when, but I'm gonna try and come up with my own theories as to why Mirabelle didn't get a gift. What I'll say for now, though, is that I think she did get a gift. I just don't think her gift is as obvious as everybody else's. So, yeah, that's a theory that I'm working on. Mirabelle's gift. I would release my single, but when I sing, I sound like an angel with a chest infection. But that could be a thing. I don't know. I'm just saying. The type of stuff that passes for music these days, that could be a thing. That just might work with the kids. I got everything I wanted. I like Billie Eilish, by the way. I like her songs. Like her, she's got one song which I thought was amazing, actually. Man, what was it called? Something. No. Why'd you have to? It's gonna bug me. One sec. Billie Eilish songs. Billie Eilish songs. Your Power, that's it, yeah. That's Your Power. Like, I heard that, and I was actually driving when I heard it, and I was like, you know, I need to stop this car, find somewhere I can park, and listen to this song properly, because that song is amazing. If you don't know Your Power by Billie Eilish, that's another recommendation. That's my music recommendation. So my movie recommendation is to watch Encanto. My music recommendation is to listen to Your Power by Billie Eilish. Although she does have gifts there, she brought her family back from the brink and loved them despite their flaws and fixed the house. Yeah, and that's what I think it's something to do with. Like, there's something. Here's what I'll say for now, because it's kind of what I'm working on, and it's not really a fully fleshed theory because, like, you don't really get to know much about the other characters. But I feel like the gift, what it does is that it enhances something about them, right? Like, you know, the kid who liked animals, and then it made him that he can talk to animals, right? And then there was another character, I can't remember what they said, like, was it the sister, the pretty sister? You know, she's kind of like, well, pretty, right? So, like, you know, flowers was her thing. And then Louisa, although it's not really mentioned, I kind of assume that she was already quite strong because, as far as we can tell, the gift doesn't change their body, right? It just gives them the thing, but their body stays the same. So if it doesn't change their body, that means she was already muscular, right? So I'd have to assume she was already quite strong, and it just made her stronger. So that's kind of my theory. But because you don't really know much about some of the other characters, like their cousins and stuff like that, like the one with the hearing, I don't know, maybe she gossips a lot, I don't know, or the one with the cloud overhead with the weather. So yeah, you don't really know. Yo, Artifact, big up for the sub. Just got a new sub over on YouTube. Well, on YouTube. We're on YouTube right now. So big up for the sub, Artifact. So yeah, that's kind of my theory. But like I say, you don't really know too much about the other characters. So I might need to watch that movie a bunch of times, make some notes, and really kind of flesh out what it is. But I feel like it's something to do with that. That's kind of my thought process at the moment. But yeah. Mirabella's gift was something. She did get a gift, but it just wasn't an obvious gift like everybody else. But yeah. Alright. I'm gonna get ready to press play on this movie. So if you do have access to it, get it ready on 0. If you don't, it's all cool. We're still gonna have some fun today. Well, we'll try. It's a dark movie apparently, so we'll try and have some fun. I can't promise we'll have some fun, I guess, if it's gonna be as dark as it's being suggested it is. But I'll give the countdown in a little while. Maybe that could be your first why this movie isn't trash. You know what? That it just might have to be. You know, I'll be talking about why movies are trash. And even some good movies, I've talked about why they're trash. And I've been able to kind of nitpick them and make fun of them. And, you know, that's kind of the point of that channel, right? To kind of make fun of the videos and that kind of thing. But this one, like I said, I was watching it today and I was like, you know what? I mean, there's maybe a couple of things I could pick out, but that's not enough for a video. That's not enough. And I'm really having to like dig deep with that one. So, yeah, it might have to be a why Encanto isn't trash. Because, well, it isn't, quite frankly, and it just might be about as close to a perfect movie as it can get. You know, RoboCop 2 actually that was a fun video to do, because when I watched RoboCop 2, I probably watched it for the first time like in 1995, 4, 5, something like that. I don't know, but I probably watched it sometime in the 90s for the first time, right? And yeah, I thought it was amazing. Like back then, I thought it was absolutely amazing. And even after, you know, you watch it again, and you know, you still enjoy it. But that's mostly nostalgia. But when I was watching it again recently, it was like, I mean, I enjoy it. You know, don't get me wrong. It's not a bad movie. It's not terrible. I mean, but yeah, you do kind of start to realize that, you know what, this movie actually doesn't really do anything. When you watch it with a bit more of a critical eye, it's like, huh. You know, because you're a kid. When you're a kid, you're just impressed by all the blood and the guts and the explosions and all that kind of stuff. You know, you're not really looking at anything deeper than that. But when you get a bit older, you start watching it with a bit more critical eye. It's like, this movie actually doesn't do anything. It's just kind of exists. People need to make money. But apparently the original idea for RoboCop 2 was that RoboCop is like, you know, put to sleep or stuff like that, and he wakes up 30 years into the future, and, you know, Detroit's different and everything like that. And that was the original, the writers like Ed Neumeyer, that they came up with that, and that was what Paul Verhoeven, who directed the first RoboCop film, he wanted to go with as well. But there was scheduling conflicts with doing that, and also Total Recall, I think it was. So he couldn't do RoboCop 2, and then they got another director to do the movie, but then they also got a new script in as well. So like they just changed everything. So the film that we got was not the original intention. Apparently, though, I did read that there is a planned RoboCop reboot, which is based more on that original RoboCop 2 script. So that could be interesting. I don't know when it's coming, or even if it's coming. You know how Hollywood goes. Things change all the time. But if it does get made, yeah, we might actually finally get the actual real RoboCop 2 that we were supposed to get back in, you know, 1990 or whenever that film came out. So, yeah, something to possibly look forward to. It probably ended up being trash anyway, but hey, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe they can get Paul Verhoeven to direct it. Maybe. I've seen Turning Red. I didn't love that one so much. No, I've not seen Turning Red. I did see a few people tweet about it. Well, one person in particular who seemed to love it. But no, I haven't seen it myself. Sam didn't like it so much. This other person loved it. So I guess it's somewhere in between. But yeah, I might get back to that one eventually. I think that one went straight to Disney Plus, or did it go cinema first? I don't know. But no, I haven't seen it yet. I have not seen it yet. Maybe I'll try and watch that this week or next week. We'll see. Almost at the end of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, actually. So I think, actually, what I'll probably do, what I might do is that once I get to the end of Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 2, then I might try and watch that and some other things, because there's some other stuff that I want to try and get through as well before starting Season 3 of Buffy. So yeah, maybe get to the end of Season 2, watch some other stuff, then start on Season 3. That's my current thinking. That is my current thinking. In fact, I might even watch, what's that one? Firefly. Do some reactions to Firefly before I start season 3 of Buffy. I just might do that. We'll see. We'll see. That's only one season, Firefly. It was like 14 or 15 episodes. So it's not very long. But yeah. Turning red. My favorite color's red. Like a bloodshed on Kurt Cobain's head when he shot himself dead. Rest in peace, Taylor Hawkins. And Kurt Cobain. That was an Eminem lyric, by the way. I'm not just saying it. That was an Eminem lyric. Alright, guys. I'm going to switch over to this screen. There we go. And I'm going to let you know when to press play. So I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, play. So if you're ready. Gonna do the becoming reaction. The Buffy fans will be cross if he don't become. That's in season 2, right? That's one of the season. I'm sure that's one of the season 2 episodes. But yeah, I'll get through season 2 first. I'll get through season 2 first, and then go from there. But I think that's one of the season 2 episodes. So I've got a bunch written down, like the most requested ones. 17. What are most requested remaining ones? 17, 19, 21, and 22. Oh, it's the last 2. Okay, yeah, they're on the list then. 21, 22, yeah, they're on the list. That's on the list. Cool. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. All right, so I'm going to try and keep up with the chat, but I believe this is subtitled in French. So if I miss stuff in the chat, I'm sorry. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. Oh, my bad, my bad. There we go. Okay. So, woman running through, what's that, factory? Looks very much in distress. 1971 dossier. So I bet they are not as bad as the Nightwish fans. Wow. And the child was found. Okay. This is building 1. We have professional to make this film. One thing for the medical archives of Assumptions Hospital Pediatric Services. Yeah, one thing I don't like about subtitles sometimes is that the subtitles sometimes go too fast. Here we are. I don't read that fast. This is where she lived. She wasn't raped that much, is certain. Whoa. She wasn't raped that much. Ruh. That's it. Relieve herself. The wrist infection indicates she was tied down. Did she get out? Does he not say what she enjoyed? Bad in most fan base. Well, ain't that the truth? I think the Nightwish. I think the Buffy fans that have come through so far have been pretty cool, though. I will say that the ones that have come through so far have been pretty cool. Well, most of them. You know, like I say, it's good and bad and everything. But I feel like most of the Buffy fans that have come through have been pretty cool. So I'm good with it. Nightwish fans definitely got a bit too much. Like, nah, I'm not. True, true. Speaking of bad fans, you guys hear about Cardi B and her fan base? Very nice. Okay. You understand why we showed you this film? Why do you think we need you? Because you want to catch the people who hurt Lucy. That's right, Anna. Lucy too, she says you have to catch them. What else did she say? She's scared. She tells you things. She's scared. What does she remember? She doesn't know who it was. Sometimes she thinks she remembers. Sometimes she doesn't. And what do you think? Can she remember? It was always dark. She couldn't see much. She doesn't remember. Come in. Mrs. Jorin didn't come to lunch. I heard something about it, yeah. Apparently she deleted her Twitter after getting into an argument with some members of her fan base, or fan base, right? Because the way, I mean, the screenshots I saw, I'm not sure you could call those fans. Because some of the things they were saying were just way off. I don't know what started it or what caused it, but to me, it looks like they were just way off. Like, don't tell anybody. But some still with her not going to the Grammys. Man, something's happening to Lucy. Something bad. But yeah, something to do with her not going to the Grammys, and people, some of the fans were mad that she didn't go to the Grammys, saying, "Oh, yeah, just like casting her out, talking about her child." I can't remember what they were saying, but some mean things, man. And she ended up deleting her Twitter. I was like, "Raw." Yeah, there's no need for that level of entitlement. If someone doesn't want to go to the Grammys, they don't go, you know? She's got to take care of her kid. That's her priority. Not to go to some awards and hang with a bunch of fakes. Alright, what's going on here? And where's Anna? Oh, what is that? Oh. What was that? Oh, mate, what was... What kind of movie you got me watching, Sam? Yo, what up, Brax? Man like Braxton? Wagwan. Yeah, watching Martyrs right now. Hey, doing, Brex? Big up for coming through. How is you? Did join you by this one? Well, indeed you did. Champion. She fixing the pipes. She's fixing the pipes, but who's taking care of her plumbing? Mission accomplished. Great. Good from the chief. Oh shit, Gabriel. She put a mouse on the table. In the main pipe. Explains the low show. Dump it. Sticking him over, you can put that garbage back. Just asking what you thought. I'm gonna get to that in a moment, Brex. Just trying to. Expensive school. Make this happen. You need prep school just to graduate. Just graduate. It's thing to remember what it costs. Did you give it them? Aren't you tired of being such a pain? Man, it just switched. This school is different. I want to study something I like now. I'll be forced to. A lawyer isn't my thing. Yeah, you don't want to be a lawyer. Opens every door. That's not the problem. I want to study with a sweetheart. What's your thing we know? You wanted to drop out and be a pastry cook. The bell. Roller Cup. The ones I like are the first three. Oh, yo, oh. I mean, she definitely bought the wrong gun for the job, but still. What did his parents do? What did his parents do? It was something to do with Anna. Oh! Something to do with Anna and Lucille. I'm guessing this is grown up Anna or Lucille. Probably grown up Lucille. I'm managing an insurer as usual. Gonna be more Some more severe weather rolling through here tonight. Into tomorrow morning or afternoon. Oh, be careful out there, man. But yeah, RoboCop 1, 2, and 3. I mean, RoboCop is a brilliant film. 2 and 3 are fun movies. They're fun. She bought the wrong gun for the job, though. Oof. I mean, I guess she got the job done, but still, that... Oof. Growing up loose, yeah. But yeah, the RoboCop remake was just a mess in the end, isn't it? We actually don't know what... well, so far, we don't know what they did to her. So how come the birds are flying away now? Like, there was plenty of gunshots before. One of those gunshots scared the birds away. You know what I mean? Like, it was like 3-4 gunshots before that, and they didn't scare the birds away. It's only that one did? Really? Alright. I mean, it looks cool on camera, but I'm just saying, don't make a whole lot of sense. Probably should have parked nearest the phone box, really. So they weren't even sure that was them. Oh, snap. They must... Okay. She was the guy running away from the factory. Right, yeah. What's the worst film you've ever seen? Worst film I've ever seen? Oof, I don't know, you know. Oh, actually, I know I do know. I do know. Citizen Kane. Citizen Kane. I mean, maybe it's not the worst movie, but it comes to mind as probably the most boring film that I've ever seen. How about you guys? What's your worst or most boring film you've seen? What's she gonna do? Oh, flipping hell. It's that thing again. Shit. You definitely should have brought a different gun, Lucille. Lucy, rather. Sleeps in Seattle, it's so boring. You don't like Sleepers in the Seattle? Okay, interesting. Girl Next Door. I couldn't sleep after watching it. It bothered me a lot. Girl Next Door. Girl Next Door. I don't think I've seen it. I think I've heard of it though. Is that a rom-com? Whatever this thing is. Oof. Oh wait. Oh no, she's cut. He's cutting a. Just slicing up her back though. Nothing about that movie was romantic. Okay. Was it at least funny? Well, I'm guessing not if it bothered you. So I'm guessing it wasn't even that either. Neither romantic nor comedic. I did like Sleepers in the Yacht though. I haven't seen it for a long time, but I remember watching it on, I think it was on TV years ago. Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. I remember enjoying that film. Don't really remember what happened in it. Something to do with like a long distance relationship, I think, but oh, memories. It was about a girl. Ooh. Oh, you got her. Assume it's even a he. Oh. So all them gunshots went off and nobody called the police. Oh, it's a she. It's a she. Hurt me even worse. Look. Whatever that thing is, it's a she. It's about a girl and her sister who was taken by a family member. And they abused her. It's based on a true story. Oh, okay. That's not the film I'm thinking of then. That is something completely different. But yeah, that is disturbing. Even more so than the fact that these things happen. I'll ask y'all, since y'all are Brits and shit, were Dalmatians popular in England back in the day? I don't know, actually. I mean, I guess they're around. I don't know if they were ever popular. I mean, they were not unpopular, I suppose. People have them, but they're more. I guess the most popular breed of dog is probably something like a pit bull, or I don't know, maybe an Alsatian, Staffordshire Bull Terriers. They're probably the more popular dogs around. But yeah, Dalmatians, yeah, you see them every now and then. Maybe, I don't know if they were ever popular like that, but, you know, they're around. I mean, it's what... I mean, worse than before. What do I do? I mean, this woman, Lucy, walked into these guys' house, shot the whole family, and they're just hanging around. Like, they're not worried about the police or nothing. They're just going to hang around. They're not thinking that, you know, we should get out there, like, using their tap and everything and touching up the dead bodies. Like, how much DNA are they leaving behind? Like, what are you doing? I mean, I guess you're not thinking straight, which is maybe part of the point. But come on. Like, or maybe they're not planning on getting away with it. Yeah, there you go. Al's got a Staffordshire Bull Terrier, Staffy. Oh, look at those cuts, though. Oof. We, you know, what will we do? Anna should be like, we? Listen, Anna should legit be just like, we? What are we gonna do? What are you gonna do more like? Because I need to get out of here. True, so Anna's a good friend. I'm just saying, if you have a friend who would help you bury bodies, get rid of dead bodies, that's a good friend. Not that you should kill people, by the way. Let me be clear on that. Don't kill people. What do you want her to do, though? Like, sucks that you went through that, but come on. As far as I know, Bulldogs, Great Danes, Terriers, and Dalmatians were common canine breeds over there. Okay, canine. Yeah, I mean, Dalmatians are around. I don't know if they're the popular breeds, but they are around. I mean, to be honest, I'm not exactly studying the most popular dog breeds of dogs, so my information might be way off. But I'm just going by what I've seen. That I feel like I've probably seen more other dogs than Dalmatians. There would be 3 of this. Ugh, they're nightmares. You'll need a friend like Hannah, indeed. You know, just in case. Like I say, it's best to not kill people, but you know, just in case. It's good to have a friend like Hannah. I think you might took some influence from the States on pit bulls. Maybe, but I mean, as far as I can remember, pit bulls have been around, or at least been very popular dogs for a long time. So maybe. Oh, bulldogs. Did I say bulldogs? Bulldogs are quite popular as well. And it's general, like, crossbreeds. Oh, nah. Nah. Oh, jeez. It was all a dream. No, wait, no. Oh, no. Sleeping in the house as well. They are not thinking it's through at all. Kill the whole family, go to sleep in their house. Like, yeah, missions popular with fire departments. Yeah, you said bulldogs. Mom's told the insurance on the Dalmatian is high because they're easily sickly. Oh, that thing. What? What is that, though? She's trying to get that door down. Eesh. Mate. And it's a house you go to sleep in. Ugh. What in the F? Yeah, it might be different in the US. I know with pet insurance over here, though, it's less to do with specific breeds, and more to do with just the fact that it's either pedigree or a crossbreed. So crossbreeds are generally cheaper to insure than pedigree dogs, and then certain pedigree dogs might be more expensive to insure. I'm not sure Dalmatians fall into that higher category over here, though, but it's been a while since I've looked into pet insurance. I used to work in pet insurance a long time ago, so that's how I know that bit. But but don't remember Dalmatians fall into a higher insurance category. But certain other pedigrees would, like I think Sharpays would be a much higher category than regular pedigrees. But generally speaking, a pedigree dog would be more expensive to insure than a crossbreed. Or not even generally, it would be more expensive to insure than a crossbreed. Like, always. Any pedigree dog would be more expensive to insure. And then certain pedigrees would be more expensive than the regular pedigrees. But yeah, you're right. It's to do with, like, certain pedigrees get sick a lot. And that's why they cost more to insure. Because they're always at the vets for something. Don't go in there, you know. What's this place? It's like, what are they doing to these people? I mean, don't answer that because, you know, no spoilers. But I'm saying, like, this is nuts. Okay, so she left there. That's probably what that's about. She's coming after her like that. Well, that monster thing. I think it's different over there than here. So it depends on the pedigree over there. And you worked at the pet insurance before. That's what's up. Yeah, it was an alright job. Not so much the people I worked with, though. But it was an alright job. But yeah, I worked in the pet insurance for about 5 years, 5.5 years. Oh, she can't hide that from Lucy. You gotta know it's Fruit that's trying to save this woman, though. I mean, she's trying to do this good deed, but it can't be. It can't. She can't get that far with it. And is it a good deed? Because by all accounts, this woman did some madness. Oof. Oh. Oof. think she's dead. I think you got her. Oh, mate, come on. I don't feel bad for that woman. Not even a little bit. Oh, she did some mad things to these girls. Especially Lucy. And that monster thing. Or maybe Anna didn't see it. So Anna seemed to be a bit more sane, and maybe that's... Oh, it's not over yet. Don't. They won't hurt you anymore. Oh, what's she doing? Cut her own arm, or? Oh. I mean, you could actually bleed out doing that. Like, that... Oh. That... Oh, mate, what... Oh, wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Oh! Oh, that thing is in Lucy's head. Oh. Oh, okay. And I wasn't a victim. Yeah, so Anna didn't see all what they did to her. That's why she has a little bit of sympathy. And they never did to Anna what they did to Lucy. Like, Lucy is off the rails. That thing was all in her head. Okay. Oof. Oh. Lucy never planned on making it out this alive. have House, the big dog I really want is Doberman. Mama told me not to get that breed because the insurance cost and possible lawsuits because they're known for being aggressive. Well, that is something to consider. That is definitely something to consider. But as the old saying goes, there's no such thing as a bad dog, just a bad owner. So treat the dog well, train it right, and yeah, hopefully to have little to no problems. I mean, I wouldn't say you'd have no problems. I think, to be fair, you probably have some, but hopefully the problems are very minimal. Anytime you're looking after an animal, there's probably going to be something you got to deal with, right? But ideally, they'd be very, very minimal. But yeah, if Dobermans are known for aggressing and things like that, then yeah, that is something to consider, especially if you have to consider things like third-party liability insurance and how much damage a pet can cause. Especially if it manages to get somebody who, I don't know, you get like some tennis star or something and they can't play tennis anymore, so now you're getting sued for millions. It's like, it's definitely a consideration. Oh, mate. Mom. Mm-hmm. Well, her mom don't like Lucy at all. I mean, Anna's supposed to be the more rational one. Why is she still in the house? What? I guess the police aren't coming at this point. The police just aren't coming. They don't have police in France. I'm just going to assume there's no police force in France. Along with pit bulls, German shepherds, Rottweilers. Never heard nothing negative about Great Danes. Just be sure I'll have him fixed. I'll have him fixed. You won't fix me just yet. Oh, she's seen it now, though. Oh, now you believe her, huh? Now you believe her, huh? Now you believe her, huh? They've been doing this a long time. that's convenient. Key's just there. Wanted to be a teddy, figuratively speaking. When you say fixed, you mean neutered? She took the keys but left the padlock. Means somebody could lock the door while she's in there and she'll just stay there, because you can lock a padlock without the key, you just can't open it. I don't think she thought this through, to be honest with you. I'm training and raising it, yeah. Well, of course, okay. There's no baby dogs running around then. Oh, there's another one. Wait, but that... She can see this, though. She couldn't see the other one. Oh. Wait. There's something going on here. So she can see that, but couldn't see the one for Lucy. So is she crazy as well? That's the person that one was in Lucy said. So they're really doing this thing. Or maybe they did something to Anna that we just don't know about. Alright, let this film play. Oh, Anna believes her now, huh? Oh, look at them cuts. Yeah, that's what and want him to already have cropped ears and tails. Okay. Oof. These people, though, like, what are they doing to them? Oh. Yeah. Oh. Oh, it's nailed into her head. Man, what kind of experiments were they doing? I mean, don't answer that, by the way. Don't answer that. I'm just saying. I'm just speaking out loud right now. Oof. Yeah, you believe her now, huh? You believe her now. It's too late. Don't worry, I won't give you spoilers. I appreciate that. Oh. Oh, shit. What in the... Oh, the cleanup job turn up. Cleanup crew. Told you, Anna. You should have ran. Hanging around, sleeping in the house. What do you think this is? Goldilocks and the Three Bears? Okay, so it definitely wasn't just in Anna's head. That was that one, yeah. Well, no, plot twist about maybe she imagined her too, but no, that one's okay. They can see her. Okay. I guess we're approaching the image that's on the screen. Or maybe not. Like, image on the screen might be a promotional image. I don't know. Okay. That's a mad experiment they're doing. Ugh. Transfiguration. Bruh. Bruh. These people are all kinds of crazy. And now what they're going to try and do to Lucy, what they did to all them other people. See if she transfigures, transcends into martyrdom. Oh, right. So it's making sense now. I believe so, yeah. Or at least their motivations behind what they were doing. Not that it makes it okay, you know. I mean, I understand it. I'm not saying that's okay. They're still crazy mofos. But at least I know what their reasons are. Well, ugh. Mate. Yeah, we're definitely going to need a comedy after this. We're definitely going to need a comedy after this. Bruh. Oh, got a bucket so she can go poop. Yeah, this isn't the most light-hearted film. Yeah, not by a long shot. They're gonna fill it that goop. Whatever that is, that must be horrible. Imagine being treated the way she's treated and still spitting out the food. Whatever it is going to be horrible. Because to be there and be starving and then you're still like, no, I'd rather... I'm just saying, How bad must the food be for a hungry person to spit it out? You know what I'm saying? How bad must the food be to be hungry and still spit it out? Whatever that is, it's gotta be horrible. That's some soup made out of rotten vegetables or something. Pee and poop bucket. Oh, mate, what are you... We just wanted her to run so we can catch her. I think she's knocked out, dude. It's meant to be horrible. It's all the parts of the trauma. Mm-hmm. That's all the parts of the trauma, but yeah. I read it wrong, but still. They cleaned up around her, though. That's something. She won't be getting any Crispies. I think the only way she's getting Krispy Kremes is somebody ate it first, pooped it out, and then fed it to her. In fact, maybe that's what that was. What that food is. It's just... It's somebody's, like... pooped out Krispy Kremes. Some runny diarrhea. It's probably true. this guy again. It unlocks her just to punch her up. How'd you get a job like that? Like, imagine like you go into, you get like a, you know, a newspaper, you look in the job section, and it says, yeah, we're looking for a big guy to beat up a woman because we're trying to get to transcend into martyrdom. Like, how'd you get a job like that, you know? Like, where'd you even find out about it? I don't think you'll see that on totaljobs.com, you know, or monster.com. Got no poop, just pee. At least they clean her. I guess we're not allowed to make any G.I. Jane jokes right now. Keep my wife's name. Probably through the job center. Job center probably said, do it or lose your job 6 hours. Yeah, that's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. You want me to beat up a woman? Well, it's either that or you lose your job seekers allowance, I'm afraid. G.I. Jada 2 coming to a cinema soon. Well, I guess not anymore. I don't think anyone's wants to produce that movie right now. Could have been a good idea though. Could have been a good idea, but after what happened, I don't think anybody's going to try and produce that movie. Oh, they're gonna make her go crazy. Oh, they're just beating her all the way down. Oh, that's so sad, man. Beating the will out of her. Oh, jeez, man. This guy. She's not scared now. What does that mean? Oh, guess we'll find out. One more stage, you'll be right. You won't have to protect yourself ever again. Just saying though, they clean her up but couldn't give her a clean t-shirt. Yep. Well, guess they don't want to be too nice. Wearing the same dirty ass clothes. They don't want to be too close to her. Oh, yeah, we'll throw some water on your skin, but you know, you don't want to wear the same clothes. Well, just now we know what happens with her shirt. What are they doing, man? What? They took a skin? Oh my... Jeez. Nah. Nah. Let's turn her into that thing from Attack on Titan. Like a miniature version, like. Damn. He has a shower. He's gonna go home and he has to be home in time for his kid's soccer game. I said soccer. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that at all. I've never seen an expression like it. Okay, what's going on? She let go, completely let go. Her face is like. What was that? I swear she no longer sees anything around her. She's alive. But she transcended. They got what they wanted. That's the ring light. That's what it does. Ring lights do that with your eyes. You know, this big guy kind of looks like Ross Kemp. I mean, I know it's not, but I'm just saying he kind of looks like Ross Kemp. Like a big version of Ross Kemp. I mean, Ross Kemp's kind of big anyway, but you know, like a bigger version of Ross Kemp. That's what he looks like. What's she telling Edna Mode? That old lady looks like Edna Mode from The Incredibles. Got Ross Kemp and Edna Mode. My water's finished. Ugh. So they do all this to get people to see the afterlife and to tell them what they saw. I'm just saying. Okay. Oh, the Greek Martyrs witness. So whatever she saw dies with Mademoiselle. But it's kind of like you do all that, and whatever she tells you she says, what are you hoping for? Yeah. What do you think happens to a person that does that to somebody else? Okay, that was Martyrs. That was Martyrs. About a film about torturing people to a point where they can see the afterlife in the hopes that they can relay what they see back to the living. And how it causes mental damage, people going crazy, and the one case where somebody came back and relayed the information, but whatever it is she saw did not go any further. You know what? That's probably a good way to end something like this, actually. I think that's probably a good way to end something like this, just because you don't have an answer to what she saw. Whereas some films try to, say, push one particular idea, they were like, nah, keep doubting, or, you know, keep wondering, you know. I guess if there's a message to be taken from this, it's maybe some things we're not supposed to know, you know. The pursuit of knowledge is a good thing, but maybe there's just some things we are just not supposed to know, and knowing them wouldn't bring any kind of happiness to you. In fact, the opposite, it would just bring misery. Maybe that's what the message is. There's certain things we're just not supposed to know. But still, that was an interesting film. Yeah, big up for the recommendation. I'm gonna let the credits roll out. Oof, while I take it in. And switch the screen over in a moment. But yeah, that was oof. That was something. Oof. I think it was the perfect ending, and I think you summed it up. Oof, yeah, that was something. Because it started off almost like a mystery of sorts, like, you know, is she seeing those things? Did those things really happen? But then that kind of gets solved pretty quickly. It's in her head. You know, it did happen. But then it's like, well, now what? Now what? Alright. Yeah, come over to this screen now. Oof. Not for the faint-hearted indeed. Man. That definitely had some really gruesome, hard to watch scenery, especially with like the battering, the stabbings, the cuttings. They didn't pull too many punches in this. But yeah, that was yeah, we're definitely gonna need something much lighter after this, because boy, we need to bring the mood back up. That oof. That was something. That was something. Oh, right, who's there? Excuse me, what's super play? So, let me try and gather some thoughts about this film, though. So, yeah, like I said, perhaps some messages about certain things you're not supposed to know. And I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that. I think it's good to know things and to be intelligent, of course, and to try to understand things as best you can. But yeah, I would, if the message was, you know, there's certain things you're not supposed to know, then I would agree with that. I feel like in life, there's a lot of mysteries. And in particular, when it comes to, say, the afterlife, there's a lot of things that, you know, people believe in different things, heaven, hell, or nothing at all, reincarnation. You know, there's so many different beliefs that people have as to what happens after we die. And, you know, I think sometimes as people, we kind of wonder, like, if you had, like, an answer, like one clear, undisputable answer as to the proof of what exactly happened, how does that change your life? Do you live differently? Do you still do these things? Do you do something else? And, you know, that answer is going to vary from one person to the other as to what changes and what doesn't change. But ultimately, I feel like with people, as smart as we get through science and, you know, all that technology and everything, all the advancements that we make through understanding, honestly, I feel like there's certain things we're just not supposed to know. Yo, what up, Bulldozer? Ahoy there, Wagwan Bull. We just watched a film called Martyrs. Just finished a moment ago, so just relaying some thoughts on that. But how you doing, Bull? If you don't know about Bull runs a channel. If you're into retro stuff, actually, 80s retro stuff, like music and things like that, then check out Bulldozer's channels. A lot of retro, a lot of 80s retro for the old school 80s fans out there. So yeah, Bulldozer's a channel to check out if you're into 80s. Well, if you if you remember the 80s, or if you're just a fan of the 80s, then yeah, check out the Bulldozer channel. But yeah, man, I feel like there's just certain things that you're just not supposed to know, and you just go by, you just live your life based on what you believe, and try to respect that other people might not believe the same thing, you know, and, you know, go from there, really. I think that's really all you can do in the end. There's certain things you're just not supposed to know. And also, I believe there's certain things we'll never know. That's my thing. I feel like there's certain things about, especially when it comes to the afterlife, I think there's just certain things we will never know. We'll just have what we believe and what we think. And that's all you can go by, and live your life in the best way you can by the beliefs you have. And yeah. But yeah, that was an interesting film. Definitely, like I said, some tough moments in there, some hard to watch moments, but yeah. Oof. But yeah, I think next week for movie night, was it Avengers and Babysitting? Was that the light-hearted one I think you guys said? I think it was Adventures in Babysitting. That was a light-hearted one. In fact, I think Adventures in Babysitting is on Netflix. Let me just check real quick. Did you like it though? Did I like it? I mean, I'll say that I don't know if like is the right word to use. I'll say I appreciate what I think it was trying to do. You know, I don't know if this is the type of film you're supposed to like. You know what I mean? Because it's pretty brutal. Like, you got this lady getting beaten up by this dude and cut open and tortured and, you know, that kind of stuff. It's just pretty gruesome imagery throughout a lot of the film. So I don't know if I like it. Yeah, I feel like it's not the type of film that I like. But yeah, I think I appreciate, what I would say is I appreciate what they were trying to do, what I think they're trying to do with it. What they're trying to say about people and humanity, and the lengths people go to find stuff out, and how we could end up, I guess, abandoning our humanity in the pursuit of certain things. Like this Mademoiselle lady was maybe so bent on finding out what happened. Effectively, she abandons, well, assuming she even had any humanity to begin with, but effectively she abandons her humanity by torturing all these people over the years to find this thing. And then when she finally gets it, it doesn't do anything for her. It just puts her in a point where it's like, well, I've got to end my own life. You know, whatever she was told, it didn't make her want to continue. So it's like all that just to end it that way. You know, I think sometimes the things we pursue are not the, well, kind of like what they did in Buffy, actually. Wait, have I put this episode out yet? No, yeah, the episode I put out today, where it was like, yeah, sometimes the things we want are not the things that are good for us. And I think that was the case with the Mademoiselle lady. That what she was after all this time was never something that was ever going to benefit her. And in the end, well, I'm a weird one then. No, not lights. I appreciate it, and I see it as art. Yeah, I would say, yeah, definitely, I'd agree with that. I've seen it as a piece of art, as a way of getting you to think about things. I think movies, games, music, you know, a lot of times we look at them as like entertainment, and you know, they can be, and that's fine. But sometimes I think we forget that first and foremost they are creative projects, and creative projects oftentimes have something that the director and the writers are trying to relay, whether that's an emotion or a feeling or a message or a little bit of both, but there's something in it that they're trying to do outside of just, you know, wicked cool, right? There's something else that's in there, and sometimes we forget that, and it's easy to forget that, especially with a lot of the you know, big Hollywood, you know, movies. And I'm not trying to knock those movies, because I watch a lot of them, and you know, they're some of my favorite movies, but it's very easy to forget that sometimes these are first and foremost creative projects that somebody's thinking of, that somebody's putting together with something that they're trying to put out into the world. Films like this come along where it's less about the glitz and the glamour and more about the feeling that it's trying to convey. And it's not comfortable, you know, it's not so, I don't think it's supposed to be comfortable. I don't think they intended it to be something that you watch, you know, with popcorn going, ooh, yeah, yeah. I mean, unless of course you're Sam. But generally speaking, I feel like it wasn't supposed to be like that. You know, it's just kind of the type of film that, yeah, gets you to think about things like, yeah, the afterlife, and what do we think of the afterlife, and how much do we believe in the things we do, things we believe, and what it means to be in positions of authority over somebody else, and how much humanity you abandon in the pursuit of, you know. And these are some of the things that come into my mind. You know, I think another person might watch and tell you something completely different. But yeah. You know, I've just noticed on Netflix, they have a lot of interactive options now. I didn't realize there were so many. I mean, Bandersnatch was the Black Mirror one, which I knew about from time ago, but there's loads now. I know I saw one, I think a few weeks ago, but now I'm seeing loads. Okay, so Adventures in Babysit is not on Netflix. Let's see if it's on something else. Adventures in Babysitting. Oh wait, there's two. It's on Disney Plus. One is I guess one's a remake. That's 2016. That looks like it might be a remake. And then the original one, yeah, 1987. So, shall we go with the original? I haven't seen either of them, so I'm probably leaning more towards the original. But it's on Disney Plus, so that's the film for next week. We're going a bit light-hearted. Coming of age comedy action adventure, hour 41 minutes. 1987 Adventures in Babysitting for next week. That's the beauty of this film. It's uncomfortable to watch it. You can't look away. If they pull that off, they did what's it's supposed to do. I felt really deflated on first watch. Yeah. I think some films are very much intended to create that kind of feeling, because a lot of times, especially with like, say, the more big budget Hollywood films, a lot of times they're very much designed to make you feel good. They want you to feel good. so the good guy wins at the end, you know, that sort of thing. They want, and a lot of times those films would get screen tested because they want to create a film that a lot of people are going to like. So they might film some scenes, test it with an audience, and if the audience don't like it very much, they might change that scene, they might change the ending, change the beginning, or change something, because the final product would be a film that is designed to make as many people feel good as possible. And that's like, okay, cool, if you're looking at films purely as an entertainment form, which, like I say, it can be, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when you get used to that, and then you come across a film like this, which is not trying to make you feel good at all, it's like, no, we're not gonna, like, I would guess, and this is just a guess, I've just seen this movie, I don't know much about it, you know, but I would guess that there was no screen testing for this film at all, that they had an idea, they filmed the idea, and they went with that. They didn't screen test it, they didn't, you know, do anything like that. I mean, I'm sure they would have had input from producers and this and the other, just because that's how films go anyway. But my guess is they had very little, if any, say, public input in this film, and they just went with what they're really trying to do, or as close to what they're trying to do as possible. Spivvy's back! Yeah, so we're just saying that next week we're doing Adventures in Babysitting. Yeah, it's a 1987 movie directed by Chris Columbus. It is on Disney Plus. If you have Disney Plus, I have Disney Plus, so I'll be watching it on Disney Plus. If you don't have Disney Plus, then you can buy it or rent it on Amazon. Though, like I always say, you don't gotta do that if you don't wanna. If you'd rather not spend the money on it, I get it. It's cool. Just come along. We'll still have some fun. But for those who have Disney Plus, then yeah, it's available on Disney Plus. So that's where I would be watching. In fact, Disney Plus has the group watch option, so I might try that next week as well. So that could be a pretty cool thing to try out. I'm not sure how it works. I've never used it before, but I'm guessing what it means is that, you know, you could see what I'm seeing when I'm seeing it as well, which is pretty cool. But you would need to have a Disney Plus subscription for that to work. So yeah, we'll still do, like, you know, what we're doing, but I'll click that so it can link up a bit better for people watching along. But yeah, that's for next week. Adventures in Babysitting, 1987, directed by Chris Columbus, who went on to do the Harry Potter movies. Well, the first couple of Harry Potter movies. I think he did the first 2 or 3. In fact, he also did Home Alone. So yeah, I did wonder if the person who made it suffered a deep depression because it felt that throughout the movie. That's possible. I mean, I hope, you know, they got therapy or some kind of help. In fact, come to think of it, I wouldn't be surprised if parts of that movie is based on something that happened in the writer's or the director's life. You know, not necessarily that specifically, right? But I wouldn't be surprised if parts of that movie were based on a true event. You know, that would not shock me at all. In fact, let me look this up real quick, because maybe it says on the movie database. Almost forgot, also a spike collar and a red or black bandana for my dog. Oh, you're going with that look. A spike collar and a red... That's like, what's that? Grand Theft Auto. What's that dog in Grand Theft Auto called? That's what else that has. A spike collar and a bandana. That's a dog in Grand Theft Auto you just described. Plus, why make films with their happy ending? Life doesn't always go that way. Indeed. Happy endings are cool, but you know, sometimes you need that horrible ending to just let you know that it's not all sunshine and roses. You know? Okay, so the Ryzen director, the same person, Pascal Laguia. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but the Ryzen director, the same person, Pascal Logier, maybe. I'm looking at trivia section. Okay, so Pascal Logier has stated he was inspired by Hostel in 2005, but instead of making a movie about suffering, he wanted to make a movie about pain. Oh, and speaking to what you said about depression, it says here, Pascal Logier has confessed that he wrote the screenplay for the film in a state of clinical depression, bordering on suicidal thoughts, which is why the film is said to have a nihilistic and depressing subject matter. So he was in a state of clinical depression when he wrote the screenplay. Eesh. Yeah, I can see that. So here's another piece of trivia. Mylene Jampanoy and Mojana Aloui, I'm sorry if I'm saying those names wrong again, but those are actresses that played Lucy and Anna. Both stated in an interview that they would never work with director Pascal Logier again. Honestly, I can't blame him. Like, I can't blame him. He made them do this movie. He got them to do this movie. I'm like, yeah. I think if I was in this movie as an actor playing that kind of role, after I'd be like, yeah, I don't think I need to work with you again after this. I'm good. So yeah, I can't even be mad at that. But it does suggest that perhaps Pascal maybe wasn't such a nice person on set. So interesting. The performance from both the women was brilliant. Also, imagine how they went through filming it. Indeed, in fact, one of the actresses, Marjana Aloui, that's one who played Anna, broke 3 bones during the movie shoots and had to stay in bed for 6 weeks. So yeah, they definitely went through some pain. I can't be mad at her for not wanting to work with this guy again. Broke 3 bones, did that freaky movie, or that actually let me say this, they're that wiggy movie. They're that mad wiggy movie, maximum wig movie. Yeah, I don't blame him for not wanting to work with this guy again. I'll probably be the same. I'd be like, you know what, I'm good. But yeah, but still, I mean, to be honest, I feel like when it comes to movies, or say movie directors, there are certain directors out there that when they're making a film, they have a very specific idea of what they want to do, and because of that, they don't want to take on too many other people's ideas. And that could be both a good thing and a bad thing. It could be a good thing in the sense that you're getting a very clear vision once the film's finally made of what's being trying to be said and done, and this and the other. The bad thing is that it could create a very bad work environment for the other actors and the other people around, because when you're because you have to be at a point where you're so stubborn on your vision and what you're trying to do, that everything else, any sort of small suggestions, everything just gets shut down. And that could be difficult because everybody has a creative part of them. Well, maybe not everybody, but generally speaking, people who work in like you know, the say the arts that have creative parts of them. So you might be the actor, but you might be thinking like, I think I want to play it this way because I feel like da-da-da. It's like, no, it's gonna be this way. So like everything you say kind of gets shut down. And when you feel like you want to contribute and everything you say gets shut down, that could be difficult to be around somebody like that. So it's one of these things where it's like it could create a very good movie when a director is very clear on what they want to do, but it could also create a very bad environment. But also the reverse is true as well. Sometimes when you allow for that collaboration, you can create opportunities for things that you might not have thought of, which could be, you know, even better or mind-blowing, or, you know, some of the best scenes out there in movies have come from where they've allowed actors to improvise and just kind of take on the role and add themselves to it. So it's kind of a mixed bag of how you handle things, you know, whether you're open to collaboration or whether you're just like, no, it's going to be this very specific way. But I mean, either way, you take a risk. But yeah, if you were the type of person who is like, you know, needs to be a very specific way, I can imagine it could be difficult to work with something like that, even though the vision itself might be a great vision of what the movie should be, and it ends up being an amazing movie. Just being in that environment, it could be difficult to be around. So that's how you handle things, and there's balance to everything. But yeah, I don't know, I just felt like rambling. That might not have had nothing to do with the film. That might not have nothing to do with the film at all. I just felt like rambling. Really had to work. Yep. But it might have been a bad work environment, but it's a powerful film. Yeah. And that's another thing as well. Sometimes toxic work environments can lead to some of the best pieces of art that we have. Like, if we're being real, some of the best movies or, you know, games or whatever have come from toxic work environments. Like, that is just truth. Now, I'm not saying it, you have to have a toxic work environment to create something good. I don't believe that's true. I'm just saying, as a point of fact, that a lot of the good art pieces or some of the best creative works that we have come from toxic work environments. You know, whether that's badly behaving directors and writers, whether that's overly aggressive people, or maybe working super long hours. The gaming industry has a big issue with crunch, right? But then some of the best games have come from crunch, by the way, is when you work like really long hours in a short amount of time. So you might be working something like 80 hours in a week, you know, towards the end of a game project, to just kind of get it out in time. So you might be working like some 80 hours a week for the like last 3-4 weeks of a project. And yeah, that could be so draining on a person. But yeah, some of the best games out there have come from that kind of work environment. So it's like, might have been difficult on purpose to get the best out of them. Yeah, that very much could have been it. But when you're in that, when you're in it, like if you're the actress that's in it, and somebody's just being hard on you, it's like, yeah, they get the best out of you. But I could totally understand when it's all said and done, you're like, I don't need to see that person again. I don't need to see that person again. I'm good. Because yeah, it's like you know, the Exorcist. There's a scene in The Exorcist where the priest is like crying over a body, like somebody, one of the other characters dies, and he's leaning over the body, and he's crying. And to get him to cry like that, the director slapped him, like actually, like, you know, Will Smith, Chris Rock slapped him across his face, right? And then got him to act out that scene. So what you see in a movie is him acting that scene after he just got slapped by the director. So yeah, if that guy said, you know, I don't need to see this guy again afterwards, I mean, it's a great performance when you watch the movie, and it works for the film, and it's a great film just in general. But yeah, if after that the guy was like, I don't need to see this guy again, I understand. You know what I mean? I understand. I get it. It's like, yeah, you don't need to be unless someone's gonna slap you. You know, it's like, yeah, you got a good performance out of you, but boy, do you need to get slapped every time you do a movie? It's like, I think I'm good, thanks. Yeah, I'm good. And this past weekend, my mum went to one of her friends' birthday parties and cussed out someone, told them she'd do Will Smith for their ass. Unpopular opinion, I don't think The Exorcist is scary. I feel like The Exorcist is scary more in concept, and rather than scary in gore. So what I mean by that, it's I mean, the film's about demon possession, or or devil possession more specifically in this case, not just a demon but the devil itself, and possessing this little girl. And I think conceptually the idea that the devil is so evil that he has no problem possessing this little girl, maybe what makes, then maybe perhaps what am I trying to say? If the devil is so evil that he possesses a little girl, then what's to stop him from trying to possess anybody else? So I feel like from a way of thinking about what they did, it's scary in that kind of concept. But yeah, I think as far as say gore and horror, I mean, there's a few scenes that are a bit freaky, like the bit where she's going backwards, like a spider walk down the back of the stairs. That's definitely freaky, and the head turn, and that's kind of famous head turn scene. That's a bit freaky, and starts vomiting out the whatever it was. But yeah, I mean, something similar was done to the actress Nancy Allen, who was Chris Hargensen in the 1976 Carrie. She was smacked by the actress who did the role of the gym teacher. Oh, really? Nancy Allen was in RoboCop. Lewis in RoboCop. Man, she got slapped by. I have seen Carrie. I can't remember that scene specifically, but I know I've seen Carrie. I think I've seen Carrie. I'm sure I've seen Carrie. It was a long time ago with John Travolta, and it was Sissy Spacek. I'm pretty sure I've seen it. I think I've seen it. I don't remember what happens, but I'm pretty sure I think I've seen it. I'm pretty sure I think I've seen it. I'm gonna go with that. I'm pretty sure I think I've seen it. Definitely maybe. That's what we're going with today. Definitely maybe. The first time I watched it, I was bored. I was generally gutted. I didn't think much of it. The Poltergeist scared me more. Poltergeist, yeah, I remember Poltergeist. Have you seen the remake to Poltergeist though? That was... Poltergeist, yeah, it was a thing in the TV. Girl kept watching the TV, get sucked in. That's what they say, don't watch too much TV, man, it's bad for you. It's not good to watch that much TV. I've seen all 4 Carrie movies. There's 4 of them? Damn. So what's the 4th one called? Carry On Making Films? Oh, man. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sick with the puns. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sick with the puns. I have to pat myself on the back. I'm pretty sick with the puns. Carrie, directed by Brian De Palma, written by Stephen King. Well, the novel was written by Stephen King. Screenplay was done by Lawrence D. Cohen. Yeah, Nancy Allen as Chris Hargensen. I've not seen Carrie for a long ass time, man. And it's not on Disney Plus. Damn it. Is it on Netflix though? No, it's not on Netflix. So that's the Amazon one, Carrie. But I think it's a paid Amazon one. Yeah, gotta pay £8 for it. It's £8 if you want to watch the original, or £6 if you want to watch the remake. Now, what does that tell you? If the remake is cheaper than the original, what does that tell you? No, I didn't bother with the remake. The Tree and the Poltergeist proper creeped me out. Yeah, the remake was just not that good. It felt like it was one of these movies that just didn't know what it wanted to do. Like, it couldn't tell if it wanted to be a scary movie or a slapstick comedy, you know. And I don't mind cheesy films, you know. I don't mind a film that isn't necessarily that good. But this film was just all over the place, and it just. I actually watched that one in the cinema, the remake. I went to the cinema to watch it, and it was like, this is just nonsense. Like, I don't know what they're doing. But yeah, the original Poltergeist, I haven't seen that one for a while, but yeah, I remember that being pretty wiggy. Part 2 of the first Carrie is The Rage, Carrie 2, then 2002 Carrie, and then Carrie 23. Okay, there you two. Okay, right. Creepy Carrie. There's actually a film from 1952 called Carrie. I don't think that's part of the series, though. I'm guessing by the cover of it. It doesn't look like it's part of the series, but you never know. You never know. Maybe that 1952 is what inspired Stephen King. Just maybe. My favorite Stephen King, hands down, is Misery. The book and the movie. Misery was nuts. Where she hobbled him. Oof. I'm your #1 fan. Too many cables, man. Damn it. Everything's getting tangled. I need better cable management sometimes. Not even sometimes. Anyway. What is the time? It is at 7 minutes to 12. So, yeah, I think I is about to start wrapping up so I can go to bed, so I can do all that, you know, grown up nonsense stuff, right? I've only seen Poltergeist 3. Love that. Took place in my first favorite decade. Poltergeist 3 took place in your first favorite decade. Is your first favorite decade the 90s or the 80s? What was Poltergeist 3? I think I have seen the early Poltergeist movies, all the early Poltergeist movies, but yeah, 88 was Poltergeist 3. I don't remember much of them though. I remember the first one relatively clearly, but part 2 and part 3, I barely remember at all. But I'm pretty sure I've seen them. I feel like I've seen them. I'm sure I've seen them. The lady who, the young girl in Poltergeist, she actually died. I think you guys probably know that. But yeah, the young girl in Poltergeist, she died after the third movie was made. And the girl who played her sister was murdered, I think after the first movie was made. So yeah, Jo Beth Williams, who played her sister, she was murdered by her boyfriend. I guess after the second movie, actually. Sorry, she was in the second movie. I think she died after. I mean, it's been a while since I read the story, but let's see, Poltergeist. Alright, so terror behind the scenes, the victims of Poltergeist curse. Heather O'Rourke, the film's Carol Ann, died of an unexpected illness. Heather O'Rourke, who played Carol Ann in... Oh, this cuts off. Whoever overall could play Carol Ann in the film franchise is one of the people most commonly said to. Oh, flipping the heck. Look, I get that places have to have adverts because everyone needs to make money, but when they're so intrusive, it's bloody annoying. Like all these pop-ups coming all over the place, like, bruh, I know you need to make money, but you don't need to annoy me. Otherwise, I'm going to click off your website and not come back. So much money you make then. But yeah, she was in Poltergeist, Poltergeist 2 and Poltergeist 3 before she passed. Wait, I might be wrong about Jo Beth Williams, actually. I think Jo Beth Williams played a different character. I might have mixed them up with somebody else. But I know the girl who played a sister. Maybe that wasn't Jo Beth Williams. It was Dominic Dunn, sorry. It was Dominic Dunn, not Jo Beth Williams. So Dominic Dunn who played a sister. She played Dana, the older sister. Yeah, she was murdered by a abusive boyfriend. She was 22 years old when she was murdered. Damn, man. But she was in the first Poltergeist movie, and yeah, was killed after that. Nancy Allen's in Poltergeist. Okay, Nancy Allen's been getting around in the 80s. You know what? I know Nancy Allen from RoboCop. I don't think I've seen her in anything else, to be honest with you, but yeah, she must be getting around in the 80s still. Hey, good for her, man. Big up Nancy Allen. She died the year it was made before its release. Also, Nancy Allen was in, yeah. But yeah, Poltergeist had some connections with it. One of the freakiest ones that I read though was actually about Jo Beth Williams. I remember reading this, where the scene in the where all the skeletons are coming out, those were real skeletons. They used real skeletons on that. But yeah, they be crazy out there in Hollywood. I want one of those cars in the parking garage scene. At the part where the entity or spirit started. Some of them. Those cars must be old by now. You sure you want one of those? Has anyone seen We Need to Talk About? Is that a real film? We Need to Talk About. Actually, no, I think it is a real film. Wait a minute, I think I've heard of it, you know. Yeah, it's a real film. I haven't seen it, but yeah, I think I remember hearing about this film actually. 2011. We Need to Talk About Kevin. We don't talk about Kevin, no. But we need to talk about Kevin. Kevin's mother struggles to love her strange child despite the increasingly dangerous things he says and does as he grows up. But Kevin is just getting started and his final act will be beyond anything anyone imagined. Ooh, that sounds intriguing. I'm like, dang, the entity or spirit has a driver's license. Well, I mean, apparently it's not that hard to get a driver's license in America. So I'm told. So I'm told. I don't know for sure, but so I'm told. It's a really good one. Not if it's been taken care of. There's people in this country that still has cars from decades ago. Well, there's truth to that. I mean, you've got to do a lot of work on it to get it to keep running, and a lot of changes to like the engine and whatnots and this and the other. Of course, depending on how much you actually drive, it's going to matter as well. If you drive a little bit, if you're not driving like every day, like miles and miles and miles, you're probably going to get a long lifetime out, a long use out of it over many years. But if you're driving like 50,000 miles a year or something like that, then yeah, it's probably not going to last too many years when it comes down to it. So, but yeah, I guess it's possible. Still though, I mean, you're going to miss out on a lot of safety features that modern cars have, so that's to consider. Plus the way fuel prices are right now, do you really want to be driving like a fuel car? I don't know. But hey, Ezra Miller is in We Need to Talk About Kevin. And so is Tilda Swinton and John C. Reilly. But Ezra Miller was in the news recently for some uncouth behavior. But yeah, it's now gone past 12. So yeah, it is time to start winding down. Guys, so yeah, for next week, movie night, Adventures in Babysitting from 1987 on Disney+. So yeah, that's for next week about 9 p.m. GMT-ish on a Monday. During the week, I'll try and post some vids, maybe post another Buffy reaction if I can get it edited. We'll see about that, because I've got to go do that whole earning money thing as well. And yeah, maybe another vid or two if I could get time to, shoot a vlog. If I could, maybe ramble for a few minutes or something. But yeah, check my other channels as well. Remember, I've got the comedy channel. Well, I still got a comedy channel, but I haven't really posted it for a while. But I've got the movie channel. So yeah, so check that out. And I've got the podcast channel. So yeah, check that out. And yeah, just, Twitter, Insta, all that stuff too. And, TikTok, whatnots. And yeah. Well, so far on the written test, you can miss 7 or 8 questions. And parallel parking is challenging parts. And say over here. Where are we? And say over here. Oh, trying to put this. Okay, cool. I forgot what you mean. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, we need a light-hearted film. Indeed. So, next week, Adventures in Babysitting. I believe that's a light-hearted film. It looks like a light-hearted film. It's described as a comedy, so it's going to be pretty light-hearted. But yeah, we'll check that out next week. But for now, to all the talkers and the stalkers, to the stayers and the strayers. That's my sentence a bit. Nah, so good. I got you, man. I got you. Whether you stayed for a little bit or stayed for a lot of bits, I appreciate you and all that you do. Thanks for keeping me company. Thanks for keeping it lively. Village is strong because you make it strong. I forgot to point. You make it strong. We're only going to get stronger, so until whenever, if ever, get the things right. Peace.